Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week's video, I was going to switch out my BFG KO2s back for the Cooper STT Pros. I had to take the Coopers off because I had the TP mess issue with the bead locks, and I wanted to make sure that that system was working. So instead of just doing that, I'm going ahead and making a video about the noise level on the Cooper STT Pros. So ordered a sound meter off of Amazon, and I'm going to test and see what the difference is between the two tires. Traditionally, the old saying goes, if they don't sing, they don't sling. And what that means is more aggressive tires are going to be louder on the road. But with these hybrid tires, their claims or their goal is to be kind of a best all around. So they're going to try to do tires that do well off-road, but also do well on-road, which is honestly where we spend 90% of our time. So I'm going to hop in the Jeep, test the KO2s as my benchmark, and then we're going to switch over to the Coopers, retest, see what the difference is, and maybe there's a difference, maybe there isn't. We'll have to see. Okay, so what I found is that typically when you're driving speeds under, say, 50, 55 miles an hour, the wind noise on the Wrangler isn't too noticeable. You really kind of have to get up to speed to start to notice differences in levels. So I'm gonna head out on the highway real quick and hopefully get some sound bites for you. What I'm gonna do is no radio, no fan from the Jeep, just the vehicle noises. Now I will say this is a little bit of a windy day, so I think the winds have calmed down a little bit, but hopefully by the time that I switch the tires over, the weather conditions are pretty darn close, so it's a fair test. But I'm gonna get out to the highway and see what sounds we get. So it looks like the decibel readings are about 73-ish with the vehicle going at 65 miles an hour. I will note that on my Jeep I do have the Sky One Touch top, and I do have the Hotheads headliner for that. So once I get to this next section up here, I'm going to bump it up to 70 real quick and see what the sound difference is there. Hopefully, I mean, in theory it'll be more, but we will verify with some scientific testing. Okay, so for that little section, honestly, the sound meter said that the sound was about the same. A little surprised by that, but that's why we do the testing. So I could really, it honestly wasn't that much of a difference just from the ear. I don't know how much you'll pick up from the camera, but I would agree that the sound difference is not that great, especially compared to 65 to 70 miles an hour. If you want to say 75 miles an hour, 80, yeah, I would still assume that it would be more, but again, you'd want to double check and test. I think the most important thing is, this is our baseline. So how will the Coopers rather be different than the BF Goodrich? So I'm going to go back to the garage, swap out the tires, and then we'll see what the results are. So it is now about 9:30, so it took me a little longer to change out the tires than I was expecting, but it is still the same day. I know the winds have died down a little bit, but we're still gonna try and get some information for you folks. So like I said, got the 37s on, recalibrated the speedometer, so I should be good to go, and we're gonna see if the TPMS sensors work. So fingers crossed, but we're gonna take a look. Okay, everybody, that's going to wrap up the video. So hopefully you saw, I'll have to double check the numbers, but just first impression was about 3-ish decibels higher at any given speed. So I did have to repeat the test because I reset the speedometer and apparently it didn't save, so I was actually going 5 miles an hour faster than I thought I was. Whoops. But corrected that, so everything should be good to go. So got a little bit of exciting news for the channel. Gonna go make a trip here next weekend. So that's why I was throwing the 37s back on. Needed time to make sure that they were everything was torqued properly for the ring bolts. So one of them's still not working. Grr. So hopefully it will kick on. If not, bust it down. I got a couple more sensors to try, so we will see what's going on. So I think in doing this now myself for the bead locks, can you do it? Absolutely. If you're gonna run TPMS sensors, just have a shop do it. It's not worth the headache, honestly. But if you're not, easy to do in your garage. And so scheduling, got a big couple of weekends coming up here. So like I said, got a trip planned. Want to stay tuned for that because hopefully you will enjoy that video. And then we got Jeep Fest coming up here in, what's that, 2-ish, 3-ish weeks. So it'll be here before we know it. And don't forget to like my other video because with the grill, because I'm giving it away at Jeep Fest. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe so that you know that you are entered to win it. And again, you do have to be entered, or do have to be present to win, because I'm not chipping this thing. So with that all being said, appreciate you all watching as always. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the Cooper STT Pros. And honestly, for a hybrid / mud terrain tire, they're really not that much louder than an all-terrain, and the performance that you're going to get in that inclement weather, mud, rocks, I mean, they are just, in my opinion, they're probably one of the top 3 best tires out there. Fight me. No, I'm kidding. But anywho's, as always, appreciate y'all, and channel's still growing. We not growing as fast as I'd like right now, but it's still growing. So hopefully this video, and then especially I think the next one, will be really popular. We'll just have to see. But as always, thank you for all the support. Couldn't do this without you. Truly, I do appreciate it, and motivate me to do better and have some really cool adventures. So I'm going to sign off. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next adventure.